What up, though? So at this part in time in the segment, I brought out the manifestation cards. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the book, The Secret, but it stems from that book. So at this time, we're going to have Quay pick a card and read it.
All right. Oh, it's a lot of cards.
You can do whatever you want just to find that one card.
I am gonna go. I'm just gonna pick that one. All right. Your job is you. You cannot create other people's lives for them. You cannot think for them. And if you try to force your opinions on others, you will only attract the same happening to you. So let all others create the lives they want and focus your unlimited power on creating the most magnificent life for yourself. I like that. These are pretty cool.
Yeah, they dope.
Because that's good advice. Focus on you. Stay in your lane.
With you a whole lot. I picked about 15 cards so far.
I like this one, though.
They're nice.
And it's funny because it was August 2nd of 2022 because, like I said, but it actually was me trying to do a quick fix. I was like, I'm going to go back and get this shot again, the Vivitrol shot. I'm going to get the shot. I know it's going, and they're going to leave me alone. Everybody going to leave me alone about my drinking, you know. But when I got there, I found out I was anemic. And I had to have a blood transfusion. And so I had that. And that scared me. Because now I got to be like, yes, I had it. You know, they asked you at the doctor, you had blood transfusion? Yeah. Shit. And I'm like, that's a scary question to answer. And that's when I realized, I said, yeah, I'm straight. Because these are the health issues that they're talking about. It might look good on the outside, but on the inside is dying. Yeah. You know, so what is a functioning addict? What is a functioning alcoholic? We don't know what we're doing on the inside. And that's why I felt like a 90-year-old woman every day. I mean, I was just laying there like, why can't I move? I can't move. And I couldn't move. But I got to go to the liquor store. I can move for that. Yeah. It's not like that right now. And I don't want to change that for nothing. I don't want to change that right now. And that's the thing. It's a daily reprieve. It's a daily decision that I make. I can't tell you tomorrow what tomorrow going to be. Tomorrow not promised. But today, I think I'm going to keep being proud of myself. When I get done and go home, you know, and I'm going to go home because I already know I could sneak and do whatever the fuck I want to do. But it's going to catch up. That shit's going to catch up. Yeah. So
how did recovery look like once you got into it?
It looked strange. It didn't look like me. You know, I talk like this. This is how I talk. And I remember one time, and that's why I laughed about the coke dick thing. Because I was reading the stuff with them. Yeah, I almost got in trouble. I was reading the thing, and I'm like, oh, it said impotence. And I said, oh, shoot, coke dick. Like, yeah, coke dick, bro. And they like, I said, what? I said, oh, man, y'all tripping. Now, look, we coming off fresh drugs. Like, you know how the weed done changed, so all drugs done changed. Now, somebody's sitting there with 20 years plus.
They're trying to act like they were too good.
They was too good for that. Like, you forgot about the coke dick? Okay, well, maybe we in the wrong meeting then. Yeah. Because if it was that different 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? We coming straight off the streets right now. They got what they call them designer drugs. Okay, that shit. So imagine what has happened to our brains. Don't even get meth brought into it. Imagine what's happened to our brains. There's probably it's very hard to get back from, and people be forgetting where they come from sometimes with that stuff, and they get to judging and all that. So when I said coke dick, I'm trying to understand the literature here. Yeah. You know what I mean? They went and they told I got in trouble. Steph like, coke dick, Quay. Really? I said, well, this is how I talk. And if I'm too colorful, you know, let me know. Say that. I kind of raised hell. I'm what they call the rebel rouser in recovery, in rehab, the rebel rouser. The one that gets all the patients mad at the staff. Because I'm good at I should have been a lawyer. I'm good at justifying all types of shit. Yeah. I'm good at that. So anything that doesn't fit, especially with feelings, if it doesn't feel right, if it just doesn't sit right, something's probably wrong with it, you know. That's probably why everybody acts so crazy in the world. Like, and people don't understand it. Some people go to drugs because they can't explain it. They don't have a place where they can communicate it. So they go and they isolate and they make themselves feel better the best way they know how. You know, instead of bringing forth awareness and communication, is so much shame and guilt about things. You know, like even after this, I'm gonna have to hold my head up higher. You know, but it is what it is. But I also know on the other side of things, it's giving somebody else courage to go get the help they need or to speak up and get the help they need. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's giving me freedom. It's giving me freedom because I don't gotta lie or hide or sneak about anything about me no more. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty big when you let all of your skeletons out of that closet. Mm-hmm. It's a freedom that comes with it.
Yeah, because then you're gonna have to keep sending your representative everywhere you go, and that gets draining.
Yeah,
I don't have to be the drunk girl no more.
That's right.
Somebody else can do that shit.
Yeah, get on the dance floor.
Under the chair.
Have a whole routine.
Man.
We ain't going to get into that.
That shit.
We're not going to get into that.
I saw a video and I got mad. That triggered me, the video that I saw. See, now
she's dancing?
No, fuck okay. No. That's what in my head, I looked like her in the video. Like me. In my head, when I'll be drunk at them parties, y'all, that I look like this video. In my head, I'm in the video. I get in the mirror and you couldn't tell me shit. Then people recording and I'm like, that's not how it looked in my head. And then how many times you want to get cute and then get dirty? Like I was, wow. You were too old for that shit. I was on the floor sliding, waking up shit on my chin. Yeah. I'm too old for that. Way too old for that.
So how long have you been on the road to recovery?
I just hit 18 months on February 9th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yep, 18 months. Never had that in my life. And I just want to see how far I can go. I want to see how far I can go. I never had that much time. And I just really try to go one day at a time. And my next goal is just to be able to say, I really don't like saying 18 months. I like saying a year and a half. Yeah. Because I haven't had a drink in a year and a half. I haven't had any substance in my body besides some meat. Sex is a substance.
You had meat inside of your body?
I've had meat in my body.
Was it the Ant-Man?
If you want to call it that. Tony, I see why. It was not the Ant-Man. Every time I think about that, I throw up.
It was some meat.
Had some meat. So that's something I need to work on. You know, another thing I need to work on. But I forgot what I was saying because now I'm thinking about meat.
It's still an addiction.
Yeah.
Get the meat out.
It is. Head. When I found out all the things like food's an addiction, all of that, like it's about the behaviors. Once you take those substances away, there you go. Mm-hmm. You find out all the fucked up things about you. Yeah. And some people get scared of that and they go right back out. But I ain't scared. I want to actually get to the bottom of this, to the bottom of myself and see so I can work on that shit. And maybe there is a whole nother light out there. You never know. I never would have thought anybody, especially any of my Facebook friends, would have asked me to be on their podcast because y'all done seen my party. You know, just the fact that you considered me for this, that had me crying. It made me cry.
That's not the G.
I know.
That's soft.
I know. And I'm even saying it here, but I cried at home and I'm going to cry when I get in the car.
You living in your feminine energy.
Yeah. You see how I did that?
You started.
Yeah, instead of going like, you know.
Don't throw a gun.
I just playing. That's not even a real one. Kinda. Sorry.
So.
Don't shoot up. Don't do a 187 on the homie.
No 187.
Yeah.
So with this newfound clarity that you have and this refreshing outlook on life, what does Quay have planned for her future?
I know that I definitely want to help people. I don't know which people. I've always wanted to help people. I don't know which people it's supposed to be, but I think it's going to be something with addiction. Mm-hmm. The first time around at Paula's house, I became a peer recovery coach.
What's Paula's house for people that don't know what that is?
It is a transitional housing program in Monroe that helps people, like women, because at one point in time, they would take your children from you if you had an addiction or if you went to jail and stuff like that. And then they say, oh, well, you try to get your kid back, but you couldn't. I've never been in that situation, but I could have been. And if I fuck up again, I still could be. Mm-hmm. However, Paula created a place where women could live with their children, be reunited with their children, and recover at the same time. So Yeah, and they help you with housing. They help you with recovery. They help you get on your feet. And I had left here and I went there and I got on my feet and then I thought I was too good or something and I thought I didn't need anything. And so I ended up going back. After August 2nd, I didn't feel safe being at home. So I went to rehab, did that, and I didn't feel safe going back home. Because one thing that I did function was I was able to maintain my crib even though I was in my addiction. If you want to call that maintaining, because my rent was zero. So how hard is it to mess that up? Yeah, it was a blessing, exactly, for me to be able to go to rehab and not have to worry about that. All I had to do was pay my bills, lights and gas. I was really blessed this time around, and I don't want to take none of that for granted. I got a lot of letters from people in the program and my sponsee and my mom to help me get my driver's license back, and the words they put on the paper mean something to me. So I don't want to I just want to make my mama proud.
Oh.
And I don't want to, she's been through a lot. My brother's incarcerated. My sister's deceased. I'm her addict. I'm her addict. And her other one is crazy. Bad shit. Like you says. But yeah.
So.
I want to help people. And it looks like I'm going to be helping people in addiction.
Okay. Have you made any steps towards doing that?
I became a peer recovery coach. I take a step every day that I try to be an example. Before I thought it was doing their hair and making them feel good. I had them looking like mini me's. Like they didn't even get to choose their hairstyle. Like they look like mini me's, a whole bunch of Quays. Just all right, things like that. But now I help by just being that example because stuff's gonna happen. That's what I learned about it. Stuff's gonna happen. You're gonna get your heart broke. Your bill's gonna be due. All those things are still gonna fucking happen. It's just how you react to that, how you deal with it. I'm in school right now, and everything was going good, but I cussed a bitch out the other day.
In class?
Okay. She
Okay.
was interrupting my learning space. Okay, with some childish shit. I might be the oldest one in the class, but don't fuck with auntie in this fucking classroom. Okay, because I'm sitting here trying to get all this shit and trying to understand it. I'm an addict. My brain been a little, so I got to focus a little harder and shit, right? But it was just some little high school stuff going on or whatever. And then she came for me. And so I did. And then, but I say this to say, the next day I was emotionally hungover. I didn't like the way I reacted to that. I could have Carol Jeaned it. I should have Carol Jeaned it. So, excuse me, sweetie, but you can talk to me. My business hours are 9 to 5 or after class.
It's all a learning process,
Yeah.
right?
So
no one's perfect.
Yeah. No, progress, not perfection. That's what
right.
they say.
So what are you going to school for?
Phlebotomy. I'm gonna be a phlebotomist.
You finna be putting fluids in dead people?
No.
That's what phlebotomy is? What is
No, I am gonna be the person drawing blood.
Damn, I'm way off.
Yeah, but no, you're close. I think you're thinking of embalming.
Yeah.
Is embalming.
That still don't
Yeah.
sound the same.
No,
I
but
appreciate you for helping me out.
It was the embalming and the phlebotomy.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
You did it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm going
blood.
to draw blood samples and also take urinalysis for people so that they can have the lab work done. I don't know what the fuck made me do that. Just wanting to do something better.
You just trying some shit.
I'm just trying shit. If I try crack, I could try that.
You can try anything.
I know. I just think it's funny. It could try anything. But I was gonna go for nursing. That was a little bit. I'm glad I did what I did because it's a lot. It is hard to be a student, and I love being a student. I love learning. So just easing my way in there. I gotta accomplish something. It's just a goal. I have to accomplish something.
You're probably gonna accomplish a lot of stuff.
I hope so.
You don't have to hope.
Yeah.
You can just do it.
Yeah.
Hope is
You
for
right.
suckers.
You right.
You a G.
Yeah. I almost did it again. Every
You
time
can
I
do
hear
it.
it, my fingers just go.
You can do it. Don't put your
I
hands
know.
in your pocket. Put your hand in your pocket.
Can't.
So I seen you make a video. You went live. About you said everybody had some type of laptop or something.
Yeah.
How did that work out?
And I remember you asked me, you said, what's a tutu? because
because you kept saying tut.
yeah, because now all this time I have a laptop at home, right? I didn't know. I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go to school, sit in the front row, bring my notebook, my paper, blah blah blah. So I did, and I put out my notebook and paper, and everything was just going so fast. And I looked over, and I was like, oh, she got her. I guess it's an iPad or
So
something.
she was typing?
She was just you can record whatever that people was recording on their phones. They was pulling up the login and all that stuff. I'm sitting here with my paper like
Oh,
pen.
it made you feel.
Man,
you
made me
got
feel.
a recorder.
And so look, no, my phone was sitting right there when the teacher was like, because I raised my hand. I said, I don't know what y'all talking about. Now I work housekeeping. I'm a cleaner. I clean shit. But they started talking all this medical stuff, and I was just like, what? Like I couldn't. So it's totally new to me. But I looked over. She had her computer. I was like, that's cute. And I just happened to look back. The whole class had their shit up, and they had it just like on this little. It was cool. It was like a little thing propping it up like this in their face.
That's what it.
Yeah, like they just whipped it out. Yeah.
Now I understand.
Because I was like, when I bring mine, I go like this. You know, it's not as cool. But guess what? I'll be bringing that shit. I'll be bringing my old ass laptop. I told them, I said, just so y'all know, I'm going to be in class the next day with my typewriter. That's probably what they think it is these days because generations are so different. But now I'll pull my big ass thing out with pride and it'd be slow. They got the touch screen and everything. I got to get a touch screen.
I
gotta get a touch screen. I see that. That's one of them. What, a MacBook?
I don't even. Yes, a MacBook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that on set. I'm sorry, but that's one of those cool ones.
Back to Jermaine.
Yeah. It's one of those cool ones. I'm not that hip, but.
So you got to get a touch screen thingamajig.
Yeah.
Have you priced those?
I started looking and then see one of the smart students in my class. She said, well, is it going to be worth it to you to make such a purchase if you're just going to take this one class? That would be,
smart.
She's smart as fuck. And I was like, good point. I probably don't need that because we'll be done with the class in May. Yeah, so I don't got to be all keeping up with the Joneses.
Be all fancy.
Yeah.
As long as you taking your notes.
I'm recording them. I didn't even think of that. Then they put out the projector, and I was like, is that a projector? And yeah, so then now I don't even try to write that down. I just take a picture of it with my phone. But, you know, you couldn't have phones in school back in the day. I was a nerd. Like, I followed all the rules. That's why I can complete any program. I will meet all your requirements, you know, and be on bullshit at the same time.
Yeah.
So this time I'm not.
Do you have a 5 or a 10-year plan?
I don't have a 10 yet. I have a place where I would like to be in 10 years, but I have a...
Please share it.
In 10 years?
To hear it. Yes. Where does Quay plan to be 10 years from now?
I'd like to be confident. I'd like to be financially stable. I'd like to be able to drive a car. And
Can
my...
you stop that? Stop. Can you start over? But instead of saying I'd like, say I am. Can you just do that for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
I am going to be confident. I am going to be a driver. I'm going to be financially stable. I'm going to be a star.
Ooh, I see it.
I'm going to be a star. I'm going to be a star. Yeah. I'm going to be a star, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be happy with myself. All these things I know I'm going to accomplish because I'm starting from myself, you know, and I'm not putting it on anybody else, not even my children. I'm going to be happy with myself, and that's going to make me a better mother, a better friend, a better sister, a better daughter, a better lover. Ugh, I almost threw up.
You're not going to throw up 10 years from now.
No, I'm not. I'm working on it.
Yes.
I'm working on it. I had
be all the way in your feminine energy 10 years from now.
I had a conversation last night, and I was like, do I talk too much shit? I think I talk too much shit. Because all I do is talk shit. That's my representative. I'll, like, hit a boy or, you know what I mean? I want to choke them. I want to choke people. And I realized that was kind of dark for me when I started choking people in rehab.
Yeah, you can't just choke people.
Yeah, I know. But it was
You gotta chill a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't choked anyone in a long time.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm growing up. But yeah, I want to be successful. I am going to be successful. And I am going to help people in my community.
Excellent. Wow. This has been a great interview. Do you have
Thanks.
anything that you would want to tell the viewers before we get out of here?
If you're struggling with any type of addiction or issues, ask for help. And that sounds vague, right? Because sometimes you don't know where to go. Ask for help. I mean, I get people who inbox me and talk about, their concerns with recovery and stuff like that. There's people out there that can guide you into the right avenues for stuff like that. So if you need help with any type of addiction, I mean, food, sex, money, work, anything. Addiction is addiction. Try to seek help. And love yourself. Love yourself. I really think that I can't get the love that I deserve until I love myself. Because I even look at, even though while I've been in recovery, the quality of men that I watched myself, like, because every time I kept bumping my head. And then this time I was like, I am abstaining. I am not doing that because that's a trick. It's a trick. And then when they send the inmate my way, the inmate. Oh, ain't nothing like the inmate. I want to help him.
You like prisoners?
Oh, yeah. I said, I'm about to go stand outside the prison, because he backed up. He backed up. He going to give me the energy. You know what I'm saying? That's the way my sick mind thought. He going to give me the meat. You know what I'm saying? And so that's some sick shit right there, right? Yeah. It is, because, and then I also say this, there's a rule. I got to be like the fifth one. You ain't about to just get off on me, and then I'll be the, you know what I'm saying? I have a brother that did time too, and then, the first couple chicks, they practice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't practice. So, I got to change the way I think about that too. That person, why would I want to do that to him? Because I'm going to feed him and everything. Like, that was so cruel. See, every day I'm learning something about my fucking self. So thanks for the conversation. I got to go home and
That's the beauty of living.
Process all the shit I just said.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat too.
No meat?
No, I'm going to eat with some meat.
No meat?
I'm waiting.
No meat?
We'll see. I'm out here. Irish cow. It's like a plan. Nah, I ain't got something lined. No, damn.
You got something lined up?
No, I don't know.
Just
I'm going to kick it with my friends.
You said that.
I'm going to kick it with my friends.
You got a little something.
I'm going to play cards.
You going to play some cards?
Yeah.
A
little tongue.
Uno?
Yeah, Uno.
Well, listen, Quay, we appreciate you for coming to the podcast. It was a pleasure having you. This is another successful episode of Uncomfortable Conversations with Jay. We appreciate you guys for viewing. Peace out.
Peace. Thank you for having me.